r/Tifu, dear Edit, today I fricked up Tifu by clogging my new boyfriend's toilet. Well, Reddit. It's happened. My worst and most embarrassing frick up was today. I've been seeing this new guy and we're very new. It's a few weeks in, and we are still on our best behaviors in front of each other. He's never even farted in front of me yet. He told me he'd pick up food after work and to meet him at his place. I go over, and he's bought a whole buffet of Mexican food. I didn't have the heart to tell him I have a sensitive stomach towards Mexican food. I didn't want him to feel like he wasted money, so I bit the bullet and ate some food. An hour goes by, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm feeling good. Maybe I'm in the clear. I should have made my escape then. If only I knew what was about to happen. We were sitting on the couch watching a movie and I started to sweat. Like painful belly cramps, and sweating so profusely I feel like I'm going to slide off the couch. I wait for the cramps to ease a tiny bit and I take off running to the bathroom. My guy's yelling down the hall asking if I'm okay. I can't answer. I get to the bathroom and take the biggest shit of my life. I'm pretty sure it was wrapped around in the toilet looking like a real life poop emoji. I was feeling great relief until I realized I've now clogged the toilet. I'm now panicking and searching all over the bathroom for a plunger. No luck. I couldn't face my guy and ask him for the plunger because that's too embarrassing. So my logical mind thinks of the next best thing. My foot. Yes, my foot. I put my foot in the toilet bowl and try making the suction like a plunger would. To my relief, it worked. Now I have shitty water in between my toes. I wash my feet and then hands in the sink, walk back out like nothing crazy happened, gave him a kiss, and made a hasty retreat. So do I tell him about what happened, or should I just keep it to myself and all of Reddit? TL. Doctor, ate bad food. Used my foot to unclog boyfriend's toilet. Tifu by abusing myself in a Discord call. This happened a few months ago, but my friends seem to remember it like it was yesterday. It all started one afternoon when me and a couple of friends were talking in a group call playing video games and talking. We were talking for a few hours, and I got a little horny, so I decided I'll tell my friends I have to go. I did the deed and all was good. After I cleaned up I returned to the call and heard my friends dying laughing. I asked them what was up, and it took them a few seconds to stop laughing to tell me we all got to masturbate sometimes, but it's just mute your mic next time. Oh my freaking god, I thought realizing what I just did I quickly came up with a lie and said I wasn't even in the room and just came back from having dinner with my family downstairs. I called my dad and my brother to the room, winked at them, and asked them in front of my friends to confirm that I was eating dinner with them. My dad looked me straight in the eye and without a second thought said no, you were in your room the entire time. My friends burst out laughing again as I tried to calm them down and ask my brother. He also snitched on me and said I was in my room. My friends never stopped mentioning it since. Sorry for weird formatting and possibly broken English. Also a throwaway account for obvious reasons. Edit. Fixed some weird wording TL. Doctor. Thought my mic was muted and abused myself in a Discord call. Asked my brother and my dad to cover for me, but they both snitched on me and said I was in my room. Tifu applying for my US citizenship. TLDR at bottom. Confusing title but it'll make sense later on. Me and my mom were planning to travel back to Asia to attend my sister's wedding pre-COVID and noticed that my green card was gonna expire soon. Since it's already long overdue, why don't we just go ahead and file for my US citizenship? That was exactly 1 year ago. Well, finally after 1 year, I finally got my letter for the interview on November 3rd. My interview was at 10:15 am, so I made sure to get up early and arrive by 9:30 am. By the time I get past the security and get my information sorted, I'm finally waiting for the interviewer to call my name. It's about 10:30 am at this point, and I'm way past nervous. I finally get called, and we head over to his office. Get all my documents out for him, and we begin with the civics test. Basically, out of 100 questions, they ask 10, and you have to get 6 correct to pass. Easy enough. Next he asks about my current address, phone number, and finally if any of my parents were citizens. This is where the major fuck up begins. I had told him my mom was a US citizen through naturalization and my dad was not. He asked how old I was, and told him around 13 to 14. Well, he told me that under INA 320, if one parent is already a citizen, and the child is under 18 during that time, the child is automatically a US citizen. So with that all the time and effort I took, I was already a US citizen. I was speechless, embarrassed, and felt I had wasted everyone's time. The guy who was interviewing me was nice enough to go ahead and continue with the interview, and later told me what I could do next to get my US passport. TLDR applied to be a US citizen, already a citizen. Tifu by being cold for years, because of whoever lived here before me. So I'm a cold person, as in I'm always cold. I've been especially cold since moving into my current apartment 5 years ago, since none of the radiators were warm. I've asked people, googled it and tried every setting. The only answer I found was that it was probably some automatic setting in the building that only lets the water through when it's cold enough, which it apparently never was. Friends and family have told me I'm over-exaggerating and just being a wuss. So I've lived in warm socks hugging my electric radiator for years. Today I had a plumber over to fix my toilet and he commented on the cold. Then he fixed all of my radiators in under 10 minutes. Turns out the man who lived here before me had turned the knobs to off so tight that the vents were stuck that way inside the knobs. I have been freezing my butt for no reason. I don't want to do the math regarding how much my electric radiator has cost me over the years. TLDR, felt cold, thought I was just a wuss. Turns out the radiators were off, it was fixed in 10 minutes. Was cold in vain 4 years edit, fixed typo. Tifu wasted hours of gaming by not knowing how to game. I only 15 minutes ago made this discovery and I'm disappointed in myself as an semi-intelligent human being. So last year I bought myself a PS4 and some games. Haven't had a console since PS2, super excited to get into it. One of the games I got was Persona 5, which has a lot of team battles. It's taken me dipping in and out for months and 100+ hours to reach the final boss. And I've been struggling to defeat them. Today I caved and googled looking for tips on how to beat the final boss and his many incarnations. And there before me was mention of swapping team members out during battles. What? I have made it nearly all the way through this game without knowing that. I thought you could only swap who was in the team at the palace in trances. Just the thought of how much harder I made it for myself is stressing me out. I vote we bring back user guides in the case with your game, like in olden times, to prevent this level of disappointment/stupidity. TL. Doctor discovered after playing 100+ hours of Persona 5, I have the ability to swap out members of the team during battles. What, the video is already over? Have no fear, more videos can be found on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might receive a cookie.